All right, this is week 6, the final project, and what it is an automated version of the card game War. And basically, for this card game to work, I created 3 classes: the card class, the deck class, and the player class. So, and they all intertwine together into the application right here. And I'm just going to go over it quickly. Basically, this card class is here in order to take the card value in the suit, and it's focused basically on just the card value itself. This is where it's going to take the card value and put it into a string. This is where we're going to get the value, and we have a describe method in order to print out that value when it is called. Over here we have the deck class. This is where we have the actual deck of cards. So we made a list of card and a list of suits here, and we created a constructor. So when a new deck is instantiated, the cards field is populated with the 52 cards. Also in the deck class, we have the shuffle to randomize the order of the cards and a draw method. And finally, we have the player class. Here we have the actual player's hand and their score and their name. A player constructor was created, and here we have the score at 0. So every time, all the players will start with a score of 0 when that is instantiated. Here we have the describe method. This describe method is going to take into account each hand of each player and tell us what each player holds. Here we have the flip method, which will allow them to play each round. We have the draw method, and we have the increment score, so that this is only called upon when the player's card value is higher than the other players, and this is how we get that score. So here we see it all put together in app. We instantiated a deck using the deck class. Here we instantiated 2 players, and we started off with a shuffle method to randomize the deck. We used a traditional for loop to basically give each player 26 cards each. Here I printed out an instruction to the game before the game is started. Here we have the describe method on each player's hand to basically describe what cards each player has. And then here the game begins basically with the flip method. Each player will flip a card, and over here it'll start with an if statement to see whether or not the value of the card is greater depending on whose player. It'll compare each player's card value. Whichever is greater will get an incremented score value. And this else statement was put in there so when both values are equal, it results in a draw. And here finally we have the printed final score of each player and a statement of who wins or a draw. So we're going to play it real quick to show you what it is. And here is the instruction to the game. Over here we have player 1's hand with all the cards in their hand. Player 2 has a hand as well with all of their cards. Each should have 26, equaling up to 52 cards. This is flip 1, so this is the first round. Player 1 plays Queen of Clubs, and player 2 plays 3 of Spades. So the winner of this round is player 1. So round 1 scores, player 1 is 1, and player 2 is 0. So each round they're going to show the points for. And at the end of the game, player 1's final score is 9, and player 2's final score is 16. Therefore, player 2 is the winner.